Hi, Doug from Doug's Tackle World. Today we're going to be teaching you how to tie a dropper loop with 3 loops and a sinker attachment for the bottom. Okay, we'll start off with our bottom drop loop here, which we put the sinker onto. So what we do is we just do a little spider hitch, holding on the end of your finger and wrapping the line through twice and pulling it out. Just keep the tension on it nice and neat as you pull it through so it comes through evenly. Trim it off with about a 5mm little piece at the bottom. You don't want to leave that tag too long because it gets caught up on your line all the time. It's a very pain in the backside. So we'll get rid of that. Then we come up around about 600mm for the first drop, and we're going to now make a big loop in the line and cross it over the top like a hitch. Then we're going to hold the left side and then wrap the other side, the right side, round and round and round about 5 times. Then the main loop, the first loop we made, we're going to pull that through the center of that loop that we made and pull it up evenly. When you pull it up evenly, you make sure that one side is not longer than the other. It must come out perfectly straight like it's doing. And then we grab the 2 main line and just slowly lock it in. Don't do it too fast. You don't want to burn your line. You can wet that if you want whilst you're doing it. Then we'll come up about another 500mm and we'll do the same again. So some states of Australia we can use 2 hooks, some we can use 6. It depends on how many loops you can put on to the state that you're fishing in regards to how many hooks you can use at one time. In this case, we're only fishing 2 hooks. Pull up nice and evenly. That little loop will pop out as we pull it down tight. There we go. Now, as you see, it's when we unravel this here, it sits nice and straight off the main line. It doesn't hang down, it doesn't hang up, it hangs straight like 90 degrees. So that's the best part about it. Then normally we'd come up about another 300mm above that and we cut it and then we tie on our swivel, and like a crane swivel. Probably we're using sort of around 50-pound leader here, so we probably attach about a size 2 crane swivel at the top of that, which are attached to your main line. And then we thread the hooks through the loop and off we go. Yeah, that's it.
G'day guys, it's Stewie here, and we're going to put some hooks on this bottom dropper that we've just tied. So we've just got that bottom dropper, as Dougie was saying before. You can either tie this to a swivel or just to your main line. We've got our top dropper, our bottom dropper loop, and then our bottom loop, which is where we're going to put our sinker. So we might start off with that. So really basic. All you got to do, just grab your sinker, put it through the eye. So we're going to use like a bank sinker or a dropper sinker or a bottom sinker. Just put it through the eye, over the bottom of it, and that's it. Hold it, pull it nice and tight. It's all secured on there. Now the size of the sinker is going to vary on how deep you're fishing in that current run. Then for your next loop, which will be your bottom hook, we're going to just put a single hook. Something like a circle works really good on a drop-in rig like this one. And you can run like a flesh bait, like a bit of cut mullet or half a squid or half a pilchard on this. And we're actually going to dress it up a bit today. So we're going to put a bead and a bit of tube on there as well. So this is going to be a bit of lumo. So we're fishing for pearlies and snapper and stuff like that at somewhere between 50 to 100 meters with a rig like this. So something with a bit of glow definitely helps. I generally put the tube on first. So just double over that line and just thread it through that tube. Just need to make sure that your tube's got quite a large hole in it, just so it goes through nice and easy. If it's too small a hole, it'll be very hard to get through. So push it all the way through. Just come out there. So that's just going to be on the branch. You can run a glow bead just above the hook, just as another added bit of attractant there. And then just again, so through the back of the hook. It's very important to go through the back of the hook so it faces out from the line. If you go through the front of the hook, like this side, it's actually going to face into the line and it's going to foul on the line a lot more. So through the back of the hook, then just push it over the point there, pull it back up, and it's nice and secured. So you've got that there. The other thing is, and that's going to hold out from the line, out from the line like that. The other thing is when this is in the water, it's probably going to pull down the tube, and it's actually going to be a bit of protection against any of those little like grinners and stuff like that that can rasp up your line before you hook something decent. Then on the top hook, you can run the same thing on the top, but a lot of the time we actually run something like a gang hook setup. This one's a dressed one, so it's got all of those like a silicone skirt and a bit of flash in there. Pearlies absolutely love these, and they come with a little swivel on the top. So I'm just going to go through the swivel, same thing, feed it all the way up, open up that loop, go over your gang hook, and then just pull it back down nice and tight. Just make sure it doesn't foul on any of that dressing on the hooks and all that stuff. When you lock him off, just make sure that that loop's even length. Perfect. So then you've got your top hook, which is your gang, so you can run your whole pilly on there, running through. We've got our little circle hook on the bottom, and then our bottom dropper lead.